Hello, this is Rich Vernadeau, and today we are discussing what were the causes of the Liard Hot Springs Black Bear attack. Why did it happen? Many people believe that when a tragedy occurs, such as this one here, in which two people died, uh, a woman from Paris, Texas, and a man from Fort Nelson who was trying to save her, many people believe that the answers lie in the realm of the unknowable, that some things are simply unanswerable. I think there may be different ways to approach an event, both in the realm of the physical material world and from the standpoint of the spiritual or the supernatural in terms of why things occurred. Some people believe in destiny or fate, that a particular time that a person dies is set and can't be changed. Other people believe that things can be prevented or avoided and things can be averted. Many believe that we receive warning signs, and I'll talk about that in a moment in terms of warnings that Patty McConnell, prior to the ill-fated trip. One of the things that I want to look at is the forensic aspect of it. When they did the autopsy on the black bear, of course it had been starving. It was underweight. Uh, some of the posters underneath some of the YouTube videos that I've done about this event were there, and some of the posters had things to say that weigh in on the bear. In one particular instance, there was a man there that morning who worked in the park. He had seen this particular bear, which apparently, in various blogs, postings online, I've read this was a problem bear that had been there to Liard Hot Springs Park before. Well, this particular morning, the man working in the park had fired a bear banger that had landed directly at the feet of the bear, and this had angered the bear. So he believes that the bear was angry that afternoon when it chose to attack. So we know that the bear was angry. We know that it was hungry and underweight. Apparently, it had some broken teeth. There was an article also, which can be found online, that talks about the bear having some broken teeth. So it obviously was having difficulty eating prior to the attack. There's been mention online too of a big dumpster uh, less than a mile away that bears had been getting into and eating, and a lock had been placed on that dumpster about a month earlier. So it's quite possible, if this bear was used to eating from the dumpster, and then that source of food is no longer available, that could be one of the things that drove it to Liard. Someone saw the bear that morning swimming down the Liard River toward the Liard Hot Springs. Uh, you know, these are all factors. Now, dealing with the supernatural aspect of events. Uh, Patty's older brother Bruce related a story to me of how his mom had a dream 30 years prior to the event, a dream about a bear attack in a wilderness area. And in the dream, Patty was in the dream. And of course, the mom had woken up very frightened by the dream and had related it to him. Just before Patty and Kelly and Kristen, her two children, left for the trip, they were on their way to Alaska. They left Paris, Texas. Just before they left, her sister Rosanna had a bad feeling about the trip. Patty had told numerous people, "I will never live to see 40." And on the way out of Paris, there was an older gentleman that Patty stopped to say goodbye to, a friend, someone that she knew. And she jokingly said, "I want to get to Alaska to feed the bears." And the man jokingly said, "Girl, those bears will eat you up or eat you alive." So the man unknowingly predicted this tragic event. As she left Paris and went into Oklahoma, the car overheated, and it turned out to be a fan. And this happened in Antlers, Oklahoma. Um, about 60, 70, 80 miles from Paris, so very early in the trip. And so she had to stay there at a motel in Antlers while they ordered the fan, the particular part, to cool her radiator off. And that way she could get back on the road, which she did, and stopped on the way and visited relatives in Idaho. So all of these are factors in trying to explain uh, why or how the bear attack occurred. But again, when this type of thing happens, which is more rare than being struck by lightning or winning the lottery, we are always going to be amazed, particularly when it's someone from your town, from your city, which is the case in my particular case. Patty McConnell was from Paris, Texas. And you know, what are the odds of a lovely young woman, 37 years old, becoming the victim of a black bear attack? And that's what happened on August 14th, 1997. And this has been Rich Vernadeau. During 3 weeks in a Canadian hospital, recovering from broken ribs, a punctured lung, a fractured vertebra, and numerous lacerations, Kelly McConnell drifted deep into his subconscious seeking answers. He followed a light through a tunnel, he said, that took him past pictures of the good and bad times of his short life. At the end of the tunnel, he said, he encountered St. Peter, a balding man who had an uncanny resemblance to his guardian, Andy Faskin. St. Peter explained to Kelly that everything would eventually be revealed to him, but it was not yet time. He told Kelly to return to his family and share his experience with others.